Hi guys, welcome back to another video and welcome to episode 8 of the season. Today's episode was supposed to be our first match. We're going to be heading up to Canada to play against Canada Metro Stars. Due to some unforeseen circumstances with the Canadian team in their stadium, they had some issues. We tried to get the game relocated, but unfortunately it looks like the Canadian team's actually out of the MASL now, so we don't have our first match against them anymore. And now our first match is the following week at home, and on the plus side we now have an extra week of preseason training to get prepared for that game. So kind of bittersweet, but today I am going to get some training in, even though we're not meeting together as a team because we had the match originally scheduled. Meeting up with one of my teammates, we're going to put in some technical work on the training pitch, a lot of passing and receiving in tight areas, just to sharpen up our touch ahead of the season. But before I get over there, I want to show you some training clips from last night because we got together as a team. We essentially just put in a warm-up and then played a full match, and coach distributed the teams really well, had starting players on either side, so it was very competitive, really pushing each other. So I'm going to show you those training clips right now. So really good training session, pushing one another, and it was good that we could play in our home stadium last night, getting used to the surface, trying to get those conditions as close to what it's going to be like on our home opening night in a week from now. So I'm really excited. I know the other boys are as well. We're working hard and hopefully we'll have a good start to the season. But anyway, I'm just going to get my stuff together, then I'm going to go over, meet up with one of my teammates, and we'll get a full technical session in, which should be really good. So let's go. So I met up with August Finn, who's a midfielder for the Rochester Lancers, and we just got together to work on some passing and receiving, the most fundamental skills of football, but honestly the most important. You can never get too good at them. It's the absolute bread and butter of playing any type of football, whether it's indoor football, outdoor football, futsal, you name it. You have to be able to have a good first touch and passing ability if you want to play at any kind of level. So we're just working on a very basic drill to warm up. We've got 2 cones there, taking our first touch across our body and then releasing it with the opposite foot. So we went from left to right for about 2 minutes, and then we go from right to left as well. So just making sure we're getting a good balance of not only first touch but passing on both sides of our body. trying to get comfortable, really zipping that ball along the ground. So we're not playing it in softly, trying to test each other a little bit, but this is a great way to warm up before moving into our main drills. And then the first drill we worked on is just a checking back and forth between these two sets of cones, and as you can see, adding a variety of touches in there as well. So sometimes you need to take the touch first time, play it back like this along the ground, and another time you're backing it up as well. So working on being slightly off balance but still being able to control the ball. And we're also working on some directional first touch, taking it outside of those cones and playing it back, and everything's done with speed. Really trying to zip those balls into each other, make it as match realistic as possible. So even though these drills are really simple, adding this match intensity is going to make it a really good workout. So we went through this particular drill for 6 reps each and repeated 3 times, so 18 reps in total. Then we did the same thing but added some indoor first touches to it as well. So as you can see, everything's taken with the sole of the foot in a variety of ways. So as you can see, this first one here, we roll it out and then play it with the inside of the foot. Next one, we just roll it back with the sole of the foot. Then we're taking touches across our body with the sole, getting used to rolling it across to evade defenders. And then we're taking it on the turn as well. So very basic movements, very futsal specific as well. So if you're a futsal player, you can definitely incorporate these drills and they're going to benefit you a lot. But using the sole is going to keep the ball as close to your body as possible. So it's absolutely essential for indoor football and futsal because you don't have much space at all. So August and I have grown up playing outdoor football our entire lives and only been introduced to indoor football in the last couple of years. So we're really trying to make an emphasis on using the sole of our foot, getting a lot of repetitions in to make it feel as natural as possible. So again, we went through this particular drill for another 6 repetitions each and then 3 sets, so another 18 reps in total. And as you can see with these raw clips here, after every repetition you just get back to the start and go into the next one. And we do that for 6 reps, and then our rest time is actually when we're serving the ball into the other players. So the one that's feeding the ball and the other player's working, that's your rest time, even though you're still getting touches on the ball. So we went for an entire hour incorporating all of these drills and getting touches pretty much the entire session. The only difference is some of the time you're working more intense because you're on the move, and other times you're just passing the ball without any intensity added to it.
I just want to be on camera, guys. Go ahead, Michael.
So it wouldn't be a quality episode of the season without a quick cameo from our head coach, Doug Miller. And then we moved into another passing drill, this one inspired by the technique trainer Sam Haynes, who you might remember at the start of this year I went out to California to train with, and he actually showed me this drill, really good one to sharpen up your passing and receiving skills. So we check into that middle cone, then check away to create a little bit of space, passing it back first time, continue our run in front of the cone, another first time pass, and then we back it up into the space, receive the ball, and take that touch across our body behind that cone, and that's 1 repetition. Then we do 6 repetitions in total with very minimal break in between them, and then we repeat it for 3 sets, so we're going to get 18 reps of this one. Again, staying on the move at all times, so this one's really going to burn your legs, but that's how a match should be. After you pass the ball, you want to be checking into new spaces to make yourself available. It's just going to make you more effective and help your team a lot more. So after we did 3 sets of this variation, we moved into an indoor variation. So now we're just using the sole of the foot. So slightly changing up the pattern just to allow us to roll that ball across our body when we're receiving that first pass. So we check into the cone, create some space, roll it across our body. And when we play that pass, we follow it to receive the ball again, roll it back with the sole, and check back into the space, and we receive it again with the sole, but on the turn. We call this a futsal stall, just so we can angle our body down the line to take on the defender 1v1. It's always good to face up towards the opposition's goal to see what options are available, but that's what we always want to be doing every time we receive the ball, is standing up to see what options are available. Moving into the final drill now, this one really challenging your one-touch passing and also your weight of pass. You have to get this one right in order to make it flow. And as you'll notice, by the end of it, we're really zipping the ball and trying to increase the speed of the ball with every set. So what we're doing is we start at the back of the grid, check into that middle cone, back out at an angle, play the ball back first time, then continue our run diagonally, receive another pass, play it back first time, getting around those bottom cones, again another first time pass, then you check back into the middle and you're receiving the ball while in motion. So being able to take that ball on the move is really important as well. And then that's 1 repetition. And again, we went through this one 6 reps, 3 times checking out to the left side and then 3 times checking out to the right, and then we repeated this one another 3 times, so 18 reps with this one. So loads of repetitions over today's sessions. This one's really going to burn the legs if you do this one with a partner, But trust me, working on these fundamentals is going to serve you so much when it comes to playing a football match, because 90 to 95% of the match is passing, moving and receiving. These are the absolute bread and butter skills needed to play football at any level. So I would recommend incorporating some passing and receiving in every session you possibly can. Really good training session with one of my teammates there, August Finn. I've been playing with August for a few years now. Very high level player, very technical, and it's really good for these types of drills to be able to train with someone like that who can zip the ball in really quickly with good pace, has a good clean first touch. It adds a whole nother element of intensity to the training session. So we'll get together throughout the season, especially on those days where we don't have team sessions, just to add another level of sharpness to our first touch, to our distribution, getting those extra touches in. So great session, and you get a good sweat on in there as well. Even though everything is in tight spaces, you're working very hard, the legs are burning. So good session, but I think I'm going to end the episode here for today. Today was more about just updating you on what's going on. I know some of you have been waiting for the season, looking forward to that first game, and trust me, no one's looking forward to it more than I am. So I'm ready to get going. So hopefully, fingers crossed, if everything goes according to plan, the next episode should be our first game of the season, and it cannot come soon enough. So we're going to continue training this week. We've got training Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday's Thanksgiving here in the US, so we'll have off, but that's actually good because that's the day before our match on Friday. So that will give us a chance to recover the legs, be nice and fresh and ready to go on Friday night. I'm really looking forward to it. Hopefully you guys are too. But if you did enjoy today's video, make sure you smash that like button, hit that subscribe button for weekly training videos, and I will see you guys in my next video.